Hi, this is lesson 2. We're still working out of the essential elements for band book 1. And we're going to go through a bit of page 5 here. So if you've got your books, you'll be in 5. And if not, I'll show everything at the bottom of the screen that you need to see for this lesson. This lesson is appropriate for people who have at least know how to hold the trumpet, make an embouchure and make a sound come out, and probably have learned a note or two. And so let's get into it. At the top of this page, you'll see in yellow a line that talks about two different things that you'll see in written music. One's a double bar and the other one's a repeat sign. And I'll have those repeated at the bottom as I talk about them. Okay, so the double bar, all that does is tell us that we are at the end of the music and we can stop playing. And so you'll see a double bar on all of the exercises that we're doing today, unless you see the repeat sign. And as you see at the bottom of the screen, it's the same as the double bar, but it has a couple of little dots in front of it. Well, those dots signify that you're going to return to the beginning of the song or to another sign like that, which we'll learn about later. But for now, you return to the beginning of the song. And so we're going to learn a couple of new notes today. We're going to learn D and C. And we'll go through 7, 8, 9, and 10. So with no further ado, let's get into number 7. It's called the long haul. And all this is doing is introducing D. D is a note that's played using the first and third valve. It'll be the lowest sounding note that we've played so far, and it sounds like this. What you'll do on this, as on the other lines, is if you're in school working with a teacher, they're going to direct you, and you'll go ta, and then you'll rest, ta, and then you'll be done with that line, and it will sound like this. Okay, and so as you learned in the first lesson, when you're playing long tones, play them as long as you can, and you want to practice getting as pretty of a sound when you're doing this as you can. Play them at different volumes. You can play them silently, you can play them a little louder, and practice being able to play different volumes while you're practicing these whole notes. And so that's number 7. Let's go on to number 8, which is called 4x4. In this song, you'll be using the D, you'll also be using the E, and you're going to be using the G, and then you're going to go back down to F. You'll notice at the end of this line we have a repeat sign, and so when we play this song we should do it 2 times. You repeat, you go all the way to the end, and then you just come back to the beginning, you play all the way to the end, and then you'll be done. And it'll sound like this. 1, 2, ready, play. And repeat. 2, 3, 4. 2 and stop. And that's that line. So that's called 4x4. That's lesson 8. Let's play it one more time, and you can repeat back and play this as many times as you want, or play it by yourself. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, rest, rest. Rest and repeat. Rest, rest, rest. And we're through. All right, so that's number 8. Let's go on to number 9. Number 9, why it calls itself touchdown, I have no idea. All we're doing is introducing a new note. This note also, like G, you don't use any valves, so it's an open, and you're going to get a lower sound than you would with the G. And so it's going to sound like this. So try to match that pitch when you play the C. If you're still up on want to kind of drop your lower jaw a little bit so you can get down lower. Sometimes it's not easy to play a whole bunch of notes with one valve or the single valve position in the beginning, but you'll get where you can play several. You can do the and you'll probably notice I use no valves for any of that. But for now, we're playing that lowest note. C is the lowest note you can play on trumpet with no valves, practically. Now people can practice pedal tones and stuff, but for the most part, that's going to be the lowest note. So let's take a look at number 9. As conducted, it will be... and then we're going to rest. And you'll notice there's a double bar at the end of this line, and that double bar just annotates the end of this particular song. All right, so that's simple. We've introduced the note. We're going to move on to number 10, which is called the Fab 5. This Fab 5, it has using all 5 notes that we've learned so far. It starts out on C, and you play C for 4 beats, and then at the beginning of the second measure, you'll notice there's one note, and it moves up to D on that one note. After we get past the rest, you're going to play a couple of G's, you're going to play a couple of F's, and you're going to play an E. You'll see them walking down in the music, and I got that circled down there for you so you can see what's happening. So it's going to sound a little bit like a song. Now, you'll notice at the end of this song, there is a repeat sign. So once again, we won't play it just one time. We'll play it twice as we're going to take the repeat. All right, so here we go on number 10. 1, 2, ready, play. 2, 3, 4. 2, ready, play. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. We'll play this exercise one more time, and then you can play it as many times in practice as you need to until you get it down. 1, 2, ready, play. 2, 3, 4. Take the repeat. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so to review, we've played 7, 8, 9, and 10 on page 5 here. And hopefully you can practice those and become proficient at those before your next lesson. And like I said in the first lesson, if you can only get 1 or 2 of them in a day, then get 1 or 2 of them. That's fine. And you can move on at your own pace. Practice as much as you can and as regularly as you can, and you will get better really fast. We could get through this entire book in under 6 months, and you'd be playing fairly complex songs. And so it has a lot to do with how fast you want to learn, or maybe even how much time you have. So we'll leave that for that, and that's lesson 2. Have a great day.